What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. This episode is going to be a little bit on the shorter side because we are specifically talking about the December research Pokemon. Or I guess Pokemons, because in typical Niantic fashion, they wanted to do it exactly the same way as the Community Day that we will be getting in December, where we're taking all of the past Pokemon. But for the research, we are instead going to get all of the legendary Pokemon that have ever been in the research box. So this will exclude Pokemon like Snorlax that knows the legacy move Body Slam, which I'm personally disappointed about. Come on, I mean, a legacy move Snorlax is probably more desirable than some of these legendary Pokemon. Or hey, maybe that's just my opinion, but we do have a couple of cool features to talk about with this. But just as a side note, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Smeargle on this one. I really thought Smeargle was going to get added into this just because we saw Shedinja get added in last month. It just seemed like Smeargle was finally going to get added into the game, but unfortunately, we are still going to be waiting. So let's go ahead and get into some of the details. So first things first, Niantic did tweet this out saying that some of the Pokemon will be made available, such as Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, or Suicune. So all of the legendary birds or the legendary beast. Unfortunately though, this is completely random, so that can obviously go into your favor or be in the opposite direction. Maybe you get all 4 of your weeks as the #1 Pokemon that you want to get, or you do not see it a single time. There's really just kind of up for discretion. So as far as these Pokemon are concerned, we can pretty much put them into 3 tiers. There is the top tier as far as the meta is concerned. We have Pokemon like Raikou and Moltres that fit this perfectly. Yes, Raikou does have a little bit of competition versus Electivire, but Moltres really does take that fire type by storm, so these are the top 2 that I would probably want. And then we have the second tier, which is Entei and Zapdos. These Pokemon are no slouches, they just simply get outclassed by their counterparts. And then thirdly, we probably have the bottom 2 that people don't really want, and that is Articuno and Suicune. So how can Niantic make this exciting for us? Well, one thing could be is that they release something new, such as the shinies for the legendary beast, but I don't think that will happen. But if you are curious, here is what Raikou would look like. That's probably one of my favorite, why I wanted to talk about that. But other than that, we also have the opportunity to get these shiny birds throughout this research task. So I personally think people could be excited for that. I actually don't have a shiny Moltres, so I will be on the lookout for one. Cross my fingers. Actually, when Shedinja was released, there ended up being some type of glitch, and people were able to not only get Moltreses, but got some shiny Moltreses. Absolutely insane. So yes, you can get shiny variations from this, but the legendary beast, don't count it in. I don't think Niantic will release it at this time. So hey, there you go. You've got some shinies available. You've got some Pokemon that will be meta relevant. But one more thing that would be really cool to add in is the legendary bird exclusive day move into this pool. So for example, you've got Moltres with Sky Attack. That would be fantastic to be able to get in this. You have Articuno with Hurricane, and then you have Zapdos with the new quick move. That would be so cool to be able to get this, but I honestly don't think Niantic is going to do this. So all you can really hope on is 1, you get really lucky with what Pokemon you get. 2, it's a Pokemon that you actually want. And then 3, yeah, maybe you can get a shiny version of it, but it can only be the legendary birds. And you probably will not be able to get the legacy type moves. Even for Suicune, if it got a legacy move of the hidden power, that would be fantastic. People would love that, be very excited about that, but I just don't think Niantic is going to do that. So this leads into the question of the day that I want to ask you, the viewer. Out of all of this, what Pokemon are you most excited about, and are you excited about the research task in general? Do you think that Niantic could have or should have done something different? Definitely let me know in the comments section below. But I also wanted to give a brief update as far as my plans are concerned in regards to Community Day. So I'm actually going to be traveling to Chicago with a friend who's picking up a vehicle that he purchased there. So I will be in Chicago, probably hanging out around Navy Pier. Since it is indoors, I'll probably be in that area quite a bit. But I'm very excited about it. I'm so excited about the December Community Day. This December research task can kind of take a backseat to it. But along with this, it's also time to mention that you are not guaranteed to get yourself a Sinnoh Stone from this research, completing the 7 days. So it was automatic as far as the first two are concerned, but then later on when people started getting into round 3, it is no longer a guarantee to get it, which is very unfortunate, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and mention that to you. I personally saved one from last time, so I'm gonna be evolving one while I am in Chicago and making sure that I film that. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you want to stay up to date for all of the Pokemon Go news. And I will see you next time. Hit me like a tidal wave, ooh, triggered by the aftershock. Hit me like a tidal wave. I can't hit these high notes. How does he do this? This is impossible. I give up.